So we got to talk about the elephant in the room, Arda.
Yes, the Supreme Court just.
Okay. Well, yes,
that's my elephant.
That's one of the things. But you may notice that this is episode 4, but we're in week 5.
Why is that, Julian? What happened?
Thanks for asking, Arda. So last week was a little bit of an interesting / weird week. And as I was checking levels, I forgot to arm my own mic.
What does arming mean for people who wouldn't maybe know what that is?
Turning on my own mic and making sure that it's recording. So we recorded the whole episode, and then I went to edit it, and I was like, oh, God. I'm missing from this entire thing.
Well, if I can say, how very egotistical of you, Julian, to assume that there can be no podcast if we can't hear you.
Sorry.
I mean,
exactly.
come on.
Sorry.
Exactly.
There was 3/4 of a good podcast there last week, I'm sure.
You know what? Just because of that, I'm not going to be in this episode. I'm going to stay quiet and only say yes or no.
Olivia and I were robbed.
Yes.
And I watched all of the performances that week. I'm so
sorry.
sad.
I'm
It
so
was
sorry.
it was an outlier of a week because that never happens.
Yeah, it really doesn't. But just to give you a little recap of what happened last week, there was a weird episode. There were a bunch of strange acts, but we loved them and we loved how goofy it was. And all of us were very tired that day. And
Extremely.
we were having a rough day. So
Maybe it's for the best that
Yeah.
I
kind of
was
tired
so curious though, like how we were gonna sound because we were all like a little bit of this.
Yeah.
You know, it
I
could have been
was
a good
sick last
sleep
week.
podcast.
I was sick last week, so I wasn't here.
No, but we're back here,
Yes.
which is good. Anyone do anything interesting this week? Anything going on?
I'm going to LA. That's pretty fun. I'm going to LA today, actually. I brought my luggage with me to the office, which is cute. So I'm directly going to head out from here. I'm going to spend the weekend in LA and then like 2 more, like I'm going to come back Tuesday night. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to go to Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, like some of her restaurants, and apparently her goat cheese balls are pretty famous. I don't know if any of our listeners know about them, but the gay community is kind of like obsessed with them. So I'm gonna get to taste those. So
okay.
it's pretty exciting.
So like goat cheese is just a thing that just people are like is it just
deep
really,
fried goat
deep
cheese.
Oh,
of
yeah,
course.
see, you forgot the deep fried.
Oh, sorry.
part.
Yeah,
I'll go
it
for anything
changes.
deep fried. Wow,
That is true. Yeah, same.
my goodness.
Wait, that posed the question. I need to ask this. What is the weirdest thing that you ever had that was deep fried?
I've had gizzard, deep fried gizzard.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought it was. I think
What is
it's
gizzard.
yeah, it's a part of a chicken. I
Yeah.
think, right? It's pretty
Just
good.
like
think
the
it's the
inside
neck.
bit.
Yeah, but it's
The neck. It
Isn't
might
it
be
the
the neck.
neck?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I could see anything that's fried is good.
So it's funny because my girlfriend and I take road trips down to Florida to visit her family and stuff. And so on the road we stop by this one gas station that has, and here we got a bunch of things. We get deep fried gizzard, deep fried liver as well. Some chicken, and boiled peanuts, Cajun style. Have y'all tried boiled peanuts?
peanut.
Boil?
I know that sounds strange,
Interesting.
but it's good.
What happens to
Yeah.
So think of it this way: it's like you have a small vat of peanuts. They're boiled. They put Cajun seasoning, and you take it out. And it sounds strange
So the
because
seasoning's in the water.
It's
It's not
in-
like sprinkled on after they've come out.
it's in the water. It's there.
Wow.
It's got that flavor, and it's a
Is
thing
it
of like
soft?
it is soft. The nut itself isn't, but the casing is. So it's a thing of like you kind of just have to suck it out, and then you taste the flavor of it, and you're just chewing on it.
So as in these are like the full like monkey nut things.
Like a full.
Wow.
You just throw them in, leave them there.
So you're eating the shells and everything.
Not the shells.
Right, okay.
You're still taking the casing out,
So you
but
take
it's
the casing
not
out.
as hard. So it's more like you're kind of sucking it out.
Then why do you
Yeah.
have the Cajun if it's like does it penetrate inside the casing?
Yeah.
The Cajun
It's
sauce?
been there for such a long time that you just well, not okay. By long time, I don't mean expired, but like
You're buying it on the side of the road. It's been swimming in this for 4 weeks.
Oh,
It's also very probiotic.
You lost me at gizzard,
Yeah.
man.
I do seem to get sick every single time I have that. No, but it's pretty good. It's not bad.
Nice.
So, what about y'all?
I think for me, it's I've had a deep fried Oreo that sell them at some of the kind of street,
Oh, I
street food
love
market.
deep fried
I've
Oreos.
always wanted
And it's the kind of
Wow.
thing. It's like it's kind of good, but it's like you can't
You feel
eat
gross
anything for
afterwards.
like an hour.
Yeah.
You need to sit there in a dark room and think about what you've done.
No.
Oreo just gushing out of your down your lip.
Oh,
Oh,
Gotta
God,
be
I've made some
force
poor
fed
decisions.
a broccoli or something like in the office.
That's the best thing ever. There was like a fair on my street, and my boyfriend and I went, and literally the things I bought: fried pickles,
Oh,
fried
fried
Oreos,
pickles are so good.
and a corn dog. So all fried stuff.
All of them are deep fried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was having a heyday, as you should.
Also, wait, corn dogs. This is a question too. Corn dogs or K dogs?
K-dogs.
What are
K-dogs.
K-dogs?
K-dogs.
What's the difference?
Korean
They're,
corn
they're like
dogs.
overwhelming.
So
There's a lot
different.
of stuff on them, and they can be like half hot dog, half like mozzarella stick on the inside, but they're
Wow.
like battered like a corn dog, and sometimes they have potatoes on the outside.
Oh,
Or, like,
potatoes, like
they-
square
It's like a
It's like,
whole-
it's like a loaded corn dog. So what
It's
they
kind
do
of like
is
an,
like,
an elote.
kind of. Well, I mean,
In
I
a
think
way.
corn dogs are just. Okay, actually, yes, you're
If-
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they,
Oh my
they
God, yeah,
load,
you're right.
They load them on really. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, so much talk of corn today.
Hey, Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton? Oh God.
We have a love-hate relationship with Blake Shelton.
I mean, all of these foods, when it's like, oh, it's a sausage and it's cheese and it's potato, and we're saying that this is a Korean corn, or we're saying this is kind of a Latin American, it feels like a very American thing to have a whole meal on a stick.
It
That
does.
feels very
does.
American
Really
to
does.
me.
No. Arda, if you go to Venice Beach, I think you are.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
a place
probably.
called Hot Dog on a Stick.
Hot dog
Isn't that
on a
like
stick?
corn?
It is a
dog?
corn dog, yes, but you can get different types of hot dog. You can get a turkey, chicken, like cheese, anything you want. And it's
cheese.
I have
dog?
a picture of this place.
Hot dog.
I have a
on
pic-
Just
it's so
cheese on a
funny.
stick. They just get a twig
It was like
and they put some spray cheese
But
on it,
that's
and
what
they
I
charge you
have as a
$7.50 for
K
it.
dog.
yeah, but no, let me tell you, like I literally have a picture of this place because my boyfriend was so freaking excited about going to Hot Dog on a Stick. That was his highlight of the day. I'm kidding, it wasn't really, but this was like the place we went to.
Hot dogs on a stick.
It's a real thing. It's
Love
named
the
Hot
name.
Dog on a
Hot
Stick.
dog on a
I
stick.
mean, that is proof.
This
That
is a
is
big
photo
moment
of a
for
building
us.
saying hot dog on a stick.
Someone had a meeting and was like, "We got to think of our branding, guys." I see it now. Hot dog on a stick.
Well, no, he was like, oh, I've been here before, but I wasn't able to go to Hot Dog on a Stick, so we have to go to Hot Dog on a Stick. So all day I was like, so when are we going to Hot Dog on a Stick, man? I'm so excited.
Was it different than
I think
a
I have
corn dog?
I think I have a picture too, if you'd like to see.
Oh, it's literally a corn dog. Like it's a corn dog.
It's just a corn.
But that wasn't good enough. They were just like, no, it can't just be a corn dog.
Again,
place.
it's
There are
very
too many.
LA. It's like a corn dog, but we brand it slightly differently, and then we charge them $12 for it.
I would
That
like to say, though-
accent was something.
I would like to say we had dinner plans that night, so I would have gotten we shared
Uh-huh.
one hot dog on a stick. If it were my choice, I would have gotten something different
Yeah,
because I would have gotten the pepper jack cheese on a stick because that sounds really
that
good.
sounds better.
Like a
yeah.
pepper jack, like it's basically a mozzarella stick at that
That's
point.
that's
really.
what I. This is this
mozzarella
conversation's
stick
been
on
long,
the
but
stick.
that's what I.
So LA trying to be very New York, but then confusing their customers when they come in. Just
Wait,
like,
where's our hot dog on a stick? I
I
want to go
wanna
to Hot Dog
try.
on a Stick, New York.
we got
LA
just hot
bagels.
dogs.
We don't need a
the
stick. We just take the hot dog, we jam it in our mouths.
Yeah, after it's been sitting in the goddamn water for 25 hours.
That's how you get the flavor. What are you talking about?
Julian's like, please stop, guys.
I love
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
No, I'm
it's
just
a
like,
nightmare
no,
to edit
I'm
this.
literally just thinking about it. I'm just like, who thought of a name?
Hot dog on a stick.
Like,
It is like the baseline name.
We already have a name for it. Like that's the problem. I don't know. Like
It's good. Like I liked the place. It was on the beach. It was a good vibe.
You know what it is to me? It's like calling like burritos like beans inside a tortilla wrapped. Like
I will say it was
it's a burrito.
So, now that I'm remembering it a bit more, it was not at Venice. It was right beside Santa Monica, right beside the
a
pier.
potato.
Yes, but it was on the walk to Santa Monica
Okay.
pier.
potato,
if that
corn
makes
dog,
sense.
hot dog on a stick. Come on, guys.
You are now listening to the Recap Brew.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Recap Room, your go-to podcast for all the inside scoop and hot takes on our favorite shows. Today we have some great and reoccurring guests from the office. We've got Arda, Corey, and Dan.
Yellow.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. So Dan, what are we going to be doing today?
We are going to be talking about episode 5 of America's Got Talent. We're going to be going through each cautionary act, telling all of our sordid thoughts and innermost whims about these particular acts. And I believe we will be starting with Slay or Nay, the very simple one-stop shop. If you only have a few minutes to listen to this podcast and you just want to know top level, do they like them, do they not like them, we're going to be doing Slay or Nay.
But you should listen to the end.
I mean, yeah, if you've got time. I mean, Jesus, this is great podcasting content, but, you know.
We're holding you accountable. There is an essay you have to write at the end of this podcast, and you have to leave it in the comments and also rate and review 5 stars. Cool, thanks. Anyways, Slay or Nay? Let's start with the first act, the Sharpe Family.
Slay.
Yeah, I say slay.
Nay.
Oh, I say slay.
It's giving Howie.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Adrian, Stoica, and Hurricane.
Slay.
Major slay.
Biggest slay. Big
Absolute
slay.
slay.
We're dog lovers.
I was about to say, if y'all say nay,
We're going to have
it's
a
a
problem.
problem.
You're going to be told to walk outside and around the block a few times.
Oh, yeah, right.
Go take a lap.
Chen Lei.
Slay or whatever.
Originally, I was feeling nay, but I'll go with slay.
Yeah, I think it's on the cusp, but I'm going to go slay.
I'm also going to go slay. I think, yeah. All right. Trailer Flowers.
Wait, why were you surprised? You said you were almost going to say nay.
Wait.
I
leave that
wasn't
for the
expecting for
comments.
slay. I wasn't expecting you to say slay or whatever.
Oh, okay. It's just such a good.
No, it is.
It's
It's
just
really
such a good
good.
expression. Okay. Trail Flowers. Nay, of course.
Slay for me.
Nay. Nay, of course. I like that. It's a nay from me.
Slay or whatever, you know.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. Erica Coffelt.
I'm going to say slay just because it's Pride Month. Otherwise, nay.
Slay.
She's on 1st of July. Get out of here. Nay for me.
I'm going to say slay. Yeah, slay. All right. Ryland Petty.
Nay.
I also said nay to this one.
I'm going to say slay.
I'm going to say slay or whatever.
Do we have to say or whatever?
I was
or
about
is
to
that-
say,
is this an
are you going to
That's
explain what slay or whatever means to
So-
people, or are you guys just going to keep saying that?
So slay or nay, one or the other. Slay or whatever is the in-between.
Right, okay. So we're adding a third option.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
so
I
like,
see.
because
Okay.
there's those people that are like in the middle. They're like,
Okay. Giving ourselves an easy out. I see.
Yeah,
Right,
I
sure,
mean, we
sure.
have to
Don't want to
at
make the
this
tough
point, you know?
decisions. Sure.
Okay. M.
Definitely slay. A little bit of like what's it called? Morning slay.
Morning slay?
Yeah, what does
Are
that
these
mean?
more
Slay.
options now?
Like,
Like a-
morning in the morning?
Like
No,
Or
AM?
mourn.
Like mourn. Okay.
Morning
Oh.
you are
slay.
in.
Yeah,
Like a-
you are on. Like a what? Like when somebody dies.
Like a graveyard slay.
Like a graveyard slay. Yeah, of course.
This is 4 options now.
Okay,
Graveyard slay, okay.
I'm just going to keep it simple and say slay.
Nay.
I'll say slay or whatever. All right. Barry Brewer Jr. I will say the rest of these I have not seen. So
Me too. But
Okay,
anyway, this is my
Have you
cut
seen
off.
Barry Brewer?
Yeah.
Jr.? Okay, good.
Wow, I didn't think I'd be the expert. I only watched them all this morning. I thought I was going to be... Okay,
Well,
this is good.
here we go. All right.
I watched the show when it was on TV.
Gosh.
Work.
What are you, 60?
I guess so, yeah. I guess so.
She stayed through all the commercials and everything.
I did.
I like
did.
that Howie Mantel. He's got a nice energy to him.
Hey, stop making fun of my favorite judge.
So Barry Brewer.
Mhm.
Oh, you guys weren't going to say anything because you don't know.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah, well,
got it.
we'll just leave it to
I think
to-
it was a slay.
I'm going to be maybe a bit harsh, but I'm going to say a nay. Nay or whatever? I don't know.
nay or whatever. Oh, the opposite. Wait a second. 4 options? Hold up. All right. Justin Jackson.
I'm gonna say a slay because a tap dancer. I didn't watch, but
Yeah.
it's a slay.
No, he's good.
Just an automatic
Yeah.
slay. Okay. I'll say slay as well.
All right. Ryan Hayashi.
I give him a slay, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunate
Nobody's
slay.
forcing you.
No, there's an explanation to this one, hence
You better
the
give him a slay.
unfortunately.
I'm going to say nay.
Did you see Ryan Hayashi? No. Okay.
Neither have I. It's okay. Sangsoon Kim.
Julian, you've seen this one.
I have.
This is the magician with the shoes.
Oh, slay or whatever.
Oh.
I'm gonna say nay.
I'm going to say slay.
And then last one.
Mm.
Lachuné.
Ooh.
Lachuné?
I have no
It's-
idea. I
It's
don't
got
remember how
the
you
accent
pronounce it.
aigu. so,
Right?
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
accent aigu.
right,
Okay. I'm gonna say American Idol. Nay, like honestly, just go to American. Okay.
Oh,
Nay.
you said American Idol? Okay, I already know what this is about.
Slay. Slay.
I'll say Slay as well.
I will also give it a American Idol nay, just by default. Okay, we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, so let's roll right into it. Let's break down our first act, the Sharpe Family. Or, you know what, Corey, could we even say the Sharpe Family?
Can we please?
No,
But it's spelled
they all
Sharpe.
wrinkled?
We'll be saying
No,
the Sharpe
no,
family.
no.
the E is silent. I think they're going for sharp, like flat or sharp, like a music, like a note.
Can we say Sharpie?
Sharpie?
No, that's mean.
Wait, isn't it just? That's just how some people spell sharp.
But
Yeah,
why?
exactly.
Like, you can spell it without the E too. It'll
That's
work.
not their fault.
Hey, man, my name has a silent H. I don't know. But, I'll be honest. I don't like the singers that come on here because, again, Arda, we've talked about this. American Idol exists.
Yeah.
But this,
You
the
guys are gonna love my
harmonies.
fun fact for this one.
Oh, dear. Oh, God. Here we go. Am I about to retract my statement? Okay. I feel like Disney should sign them. I feel like Disney should pick them up. They sound amazing. They've got
Yes.
great harmonies. They sang a song from Moana. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
You
It's a
know?
great song.
I was watching it on my walk over here, and I will say I very much enjoyed it and did
Yeah.
not skip through it. No, it's
Yeah.
like, yes, this is it.
It was gorgeous. I didn't watch the judge commentary, but I'm assuming Howie hated it probably, and I hate him for that. But
I think he made the point again, like musical theater is
Yeah.
not really my thing.
and
but
at that
I
point, it's like,
this.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't like musical theater. We all got it. We all know about it. Like, stop.
We get it, Howie.
Anyways, but it was just so cute. I totally agree. You know, aside from spewing random hate, let me spew some love too. It was just like really cute. I love the harmonies, as you said. Not my favorite group singer of all time in Got Talent. I think I would reserve that for T3 because they're just like, I think they sang Into the Unknown, like the three tenors. They were just like amazing, but they were pretty cute. I love the fact that it was a family. And it did feel very Broadway-y, which is something that I like instantly love. Like, I didn't know the song, but I was like, okay, they're singing obviously a musical song, and I looked it up and it was Moana. I was like, yeah. But it was so cute. I loved it. I hope they have a successful career from now, but I'm now really curious about Corey's fun fact too.
Yeah, Corey, what's your fun fact?
I'm going to give my opinion first, then the fun fact.
Okay, go for it.
So this was one of those, like, I've watched so much of the Got Talent shows that, like, when they started singing, I couldn't decipher in my head whether they were singing a song from The Greatest Showman or Frozen. And then I realized, option 3, no, Moana.
Hold on.
Okay. I just feel like I want to hear them sing something different because this is used all the time. But that being said, their talent is fully there. Olivia and I were talking about it this week, and we were like, the girl, though, could just be a singer alone. Like, she doesn't need the rest of the
I
family.
see.
But then it's really funny because we were like talking about that in front of our boss, Ellie. And Ellie goes, you guys realize she was on American Idol, right? And the whole thing was that she was trying to ditch her family. She didn't want to be in the family group anymore. And now she's on AGT in the family group.
So why is she in the family group then?
I don't
She
know.
wasn't good enough.
I think they're trying to
she
give like
failed.
they're
The
trying to
family
give like
dragged her back down into
It's
the
okay.
morass.
Stay with us.
One of us. One of us.
they're giving like, was it the Partridge Family that sang too?
Oh yeah.
They're giving Partridge Family, and like I'm here for it. I like a good family group like that, but I'm just like, I wish they would sing something else. And please, I'm begging them, if you guys are listening, do not sing Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. I don't want to hear it again. I don't want to hear
You
it from
know what?
anybody else ever again
Or
after
do.
Lauren Allred did.
I'm very curious to hear what those harmonies would sound
They
like.
can
for
sing.
Never
They can
Enough.
sing.
Oh.
Listen, this is me as fair game from The Greatest Showman. Fair game there. I just don't want to hear Never Enough after Lauren Allred went on BGT. No one's going to sing it better than
It
her.
might be a copyright issue of like there are certain songs that they're fine with.
True.
They pay the royalties for, and they don't want to go out of that like space, and then it might be limited of what like musical songs exists in that
Probably.
place.
It's probably due to that, but like I
so
don't
it limits your.
anything else. But give me a Sound of Music song.
I know, but
Give me a
like
song
I
from
feel
The
like
Sound of
why not?
Music.
Like I feel like so many people would go for it, and I feel like
Yeah.
it's probably not in their repertoire
True.
of like the songs that they pay for.
Yeah.
But it is really annoying. Like fun fact, a friend of mine went to The Voice, like was
Oh.
on The Voice in Turkey.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait, what is
and
the voice in Turkey named? Like, what is it in your language?
O Ses Türkiye, which means that voice Turkey.
Oh, that's cute.
And she had a really hard time because none of the songs that she was thinking of were in their repertoire. So like she says that's why her audition didn't go as she
Planned.
wanted. Yeah,
Got
because
it.
it was like more of like not last minute, but like a last couple days is situation of like, oh, we got to prepare this song.
Yeah, it doesn't give her much time.
So and then it does, cause problems of like repetition.
Right. And like they did a good job with How Far I'll Go. I just don't want to hear another Disney song.
Yeah.
That's really what it gets down to. But like I understand that aspect of it. Dan?
They were good singers. I respect Arda for kind of parking his spewing out random hate, and if I may, I would like to pick that up and run with it.
Great. Go ahead.
Just I love the song. I love the song, and I think their singing was great. But just this like chino wearing white American family where it's all smart, like you say, it's all very Disney, all very like I barely got through this. It was so like cringy and awful, and like the eldest son with his like little facial expressions and hey, I'm singing a song. Like, oh no, I could not have disliked it more. I think.
Oh no,
just too cheesy and American, and like I'm surprised that they didn't bring a dog out on the. Oh, and this is Buster, and he's the. Like, oh God, like there's so little edge to this before. It's just a perfect sphere. It's like a pool ball or something. Of just terrible rubbish.
Does it give you the same feeling as Andy Bernard when he goes back and sees his Cornell friends?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's
Oh my
absolutely
God.
like a cappella. What they called?
Yeah, the acapella group, yeah.
A cappella group.
Oh my God. Hold up. Do I get service down here?
I'm thinking of Pitch Perfect.
Are you thinking of Andy's acapella
yeah,
group?
It's Broccoli
I don't know
Rob.
what it is.
It's Butt Mud Brooks. It's he's the boner champ. I know all of this, but why am I spacing on the name?
Here comes Treble.
Here comes Treble. When they come back, and they do the little performance in the conference room, and it's one of my favorite lines. Stanley sitting in the back, and he shouts out, "Have some pride. This is crap." That's exactly the energy I have.
Stanley.
Like, have some pride, guys. Just not my thing at all. The opposite of my thing.
Well, the white perspective of it, like the American nuclear family, white perspective of it is like, I didn't think of that. And now I'm so turned off to the performance.
I'm surprised you guys aren't even
because,
mentioning the
yeah.
fact that they have twins.
Yeah, it's twins. They're all
Oh.
dressed kind of the same,
They
like
were.
color scheme. It looked like an advert for like some small time politician showing off his family and how normal they all are in some kind of backwoods town. Like, ugh.
So what you're saying is that they're a cult.
Maybe.
It
Wait,
would have been
where were they
worse if
from?
they sang The Sound of Music then.
Yeah, they kind of were giving Utah.
Yeah, Moana.
Utah.
By the way, the
That's
one of
it.
the searches about them, I searched the name of the family, and the second suggestion that Google gave me was the Sharpe family. Is the Sharpe family Mormon?
That's why I said
mean,
Utah.
it's
yeah.
got that energy. Yeah, hi, I'm Gary Sharpe, and this is my family, and I'm running for state senate.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well,
My
and
name is
it's
Elder Price.
Would they technically have a bigger family
Elder
if they
Sharpe.
were-
not always.
Sorry.
Not always, because a lot of this is a weird fun fact, but a lot of the professionals on Dancing with the Stars are living in Utah and Mormon, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like Whitney Carson, I think Lindsay Arnold as well. And like right now they only have 2 kids each,
I see.
if that makes sense. But like they're both from big, I think, Mormon families. And they embrace it, which is like good for them. But they are very much like every photo they post, like the mom is always matching the kid in some way. And it's adorable. It's beautiful, but it's giving Utah.
I will say I like matching shirts for certain occasions, or
But it's
even
like
if
every
a
Sunday
festivity.
for them.
That's a different.
It's an
story.
every Sunday for church thing.
It's a little weird, a bit strange, but
I think it's cute, but I wouldn't do it every week. That's your weird fun fact of the day. Fun fact.
all right. Let's move on. We have Adrian, Stoica, and Hurricane. Oh my god,
Golden buzzer.
yeah.
For me, I mean,
Yeah.
amazing.
I want to bring Hurricane home,
Hmm
and I want to give Hurricane all the treats in the world
hmm
and a bunch of rubs.
It
How-
seems like Hurricane would take them anyways, like even if you didn't want to give him the treats.
I mean, listen, I think the best part about this was we've seen a lot of dog trainers, but we haven't seen a dog so trained. Like, this
Yeah.
dog needed just one command. He is not giving
Yeah.
any commands to this dog at
Yeah.
all. One command at the beginning, and this dog knew everything it was supposed to do. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And regardless of the species, any performer on AGT, it makes you enjoy it that much more if you can see that this performer is loving performing. And
Yeah.
that dog
Yeah.
was having the best time.
So was he.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
was
was he.
having a great time. The
Yeah.
dog's having a great time. They're telling a story,
Yeah.
which they don't always do.
Right.
It's
It wasn't showing off tricks. Like, it was an
Yeah.
act.
It was an
Yes,
act. It
yes.
was 100% an act. And the thing is, like, you find out after the fact, oh, they were on Italy's Got Talent in Romania's. But I'm
Mhm.
also like, they're one of the ones that, like, they can get a buy here because dog training is a lot of bringing them to shows.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not really a dog show for this type of act.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, like, they get a buy here for being on other shows because arguably they wouldn't have been as impressive if they weren't on other shows.
There's no American Idol for dog.
I would watch that.
American
Just
actually.
go to Dog Idol.
Dog
Come
Idol.
on.
American Beagle?
American
Oh my
American
God.
Eagle.
Wait. Whatever streaming network it's on, I will pay.
All right, so $1 million idea, American Beagle. Who do we pitch it to? Why are we
Simon
working
Cowell.
here? Let's just start the show.
We'll be the judges.
Right?
If anyone brings out a French bulldog, you win.
Oh my god.
Fred Williams.
No, but like, how could you not like a dog act?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Unless you're
Especially
like
this
afraid
one.
of dogs or something, you're gonna love this act.
I
It
mean,
is
the
so
dog
good.
is not attacking you from the screen. So, like, that's not an excuse to. Honestly, hot take, but I think this act is like my winner of the season. Like, honestly, I want this dog act to win AGT
They'd be
this
the
year.
second dog act ever to win AGT.
Oh, there was another dog act that won AGT?
I think it was season either 5 or 8. I think it's 8 though.
Oh, it's been 10 years,
They're
so.
called Olate dogs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
OLATE dogs. And it was just, I think if they were like one of the first dog trainers on the show too. It was like a dad and son, and they had a bunch of dogs.
Aw.
And I
Wow.
think the last time I was looking them up, they stopped performing in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, I think something happened to the dad, which is really sad. But like, they
Yeah.
can't continue they can't continue
Yeah.
it without the dad.
I will say my favorite dog act is the one on BGT of the dude trying to get his like Yorkie to like do tricks,
Oh.
and he keeps coming back to one of it was either Ant or Deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just chasing after. I don't know if you've seen that in a compilation, but it's the funniest thing because like he tries to get on his act and then he runs over and he's like, dude, I'm not doing anything to you, bro. Like,
See,
go on.
BGT, I'm a huge fan of Ashley and Pudsey.
Oh, Ashley
and Pudsey is good.
So good.
AGT, Sarah and Hero.
Sarah and Hero.
And
Oh, that's the
then
one that was
Simon
it
was, like,
Simon was just
begging.
like, guys, come on.
Yeah,
like
it
the
was so
pirate
cute.
thing.
The pirate, yes.
And you can tell
then,
Mel and Howie were not having it.
No.
They're just like, are you serious?
And then
Like-
number 3 is Lucas and Falco.
Yeah, the
Yes,
cowboy.
The cowboy
Yeah.
one,
Oh,
yeah.
so
But they didn't like get appreciated as much as Sarah and Hero, I
No.
feel
Yeah.
like. I don't know. Listen, dog acts are definitely one I have an opinion on. So I'm very happy. I think it's interesting that we went 5 weeks without seeing any type of animal.
It is
I
kind
mean,
of
humans
impressive.
are also animals, you know?
No,
like,
no. But usually,
Categorically.
but like
In the
a few,
first
but like a
episode.
few years, the T-Rex doesn't count. But like a few years ago,
Why not? Because it has small hands.
and a floppy head.
because they bought
be
it from
president.
Party City.
All right.
I think to bring an animal on stage, you have to buy it from an adoption agency.
I miss my cat.
Aw.
Me so.
But yeah, no, I feel like it's interesting that this is the first animal act we've seen. I mean, there's been no chickens yet.
No chicken.
There was a chicken last year. There was a chicken band last year. The year before that, there was a mini pony. I'm like, where's the fun animals? I love dogs, but I need a fun animal too. Someone bring your bearded dragon on stage. I don't care what it does.
We Zoe, if you're listening to this, bring your bearded dragon, please, and thank you.
And she doesn't have a beard. She has a blue-eyed skank.
Oh, I thought you would have a
Named
bearded
Blue-eyed
Maple.
skank?
It's like
I don't want to hear about Zoe no more. She's a blue-eyed skank. I don't like her.
no, it's basically like a type of iguana. It's like a specific kind. It's beautiful though. I met her name's Maple. I met her. She's a beautiful animal.
Yeah.
But she's not a bearded dragon. Bearded dragons are bigger.
Why did I think she would have a bearded dragon?
It's this.
She's got most things.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Zoe, please.
Our old
bring
coworker
one of-
Zoe had a terrarium in her apartment.
Zoe, I really want to meet you. You sound like a very interesting person.
We can probably
Please
make it
stop
happen.
by
She's so
the
cool.
office
She's so
one
cool.
day, like, honestly.
Shout out to you, Zoe. We miss you. All right. Let's move on to our next act. We have Chen Lei.
Boring. I mean, honestly, boring. We've seen the yassified version of this. We've seen the version of like these types of things where you had choreography where people were literally throwing other people around the room. It was just like, we've seen way more exciting versions of this like kind of act. So like it was really not impressive at all to me. I mean, it's cute probably. Like if I saw it at a like bar in New York, I would have been like, oh my God, like this dude is insane. But like, on AGT stage, it was just okay.
See somebody sitting in the bar with a load of stuff like, what's he doing? Let's set it up. Oh, this is good. I mean, we obviously have seen a lot of things like this in the past, and it's nothing particularly groundbreaking. It's the kind of thing that makes me want to see him again, though. Because
Yeah.
I want to see, with a little bit more money, maybe a little bit more budget, like what, can you do some spectacular things? I also like the weird, creepy when he
The
put
leg
his
thing.
feet on it
Yeah, that
and his
was-
feet turned into like
Yeah.
eagle's claws or something. That was fun.
He came out with those things, and I'm like, okay, we have another hand balance contortionist, right? And then he's like, he gets up on it, and I'm like, so where's the contortion, man? Where's like, when are you gonna go all Sophie Dawsey on us
Well,
right
he
now?
did the weird
But
shoulder
then-
thing.
No, the weird shoulder thing. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like we're just
Creepy.
doing that now. We have no bones. Got it. Okay. And
It's a
then
no
he like
bones day.
he like went up, looked to a higher area,
Yeah.
and then he did the leg thing, and I was like, okay,
But is that it?
yeah. I was like, is this over now? Like, can I leave? Can I go to
Yeah.
the bathroom? Can I go get a snack? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I think I gave him like a hesitant slay. I think that he was good, and I think that what he's doing is he's playing the game right in the sense of he's starting at the bare minimum.
Yes.
And that's why I'm like, I want to see more of what this guy
Yeah.
can do. And I also like want my question answered if he's a contortionist or not.
Yeah.
Because
I could
are
see
you
that.
just double jointed?
Mm.
And are you just flexible?
Yeah.
Mm.
I also feel like we've seen this act in the past, but he wasn't like super ripped. You don't have to be.
I did like that there was no like show muscles
Yeah.
about him, that he was just
Yeah.
like regular dude,
Yeah.
but no.
Yeah.
He's like, you cannot
Yeah.
do that without being incredibly strong
Yeah.
and powerful.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, look at me all oiled up and like, no, it's just a dude.
No, he wasn't
Yeah.
show
who's
muscles
really
at all.
good at
No,
gymnastics.
I totally agree. I was just like looking at the screen and I was like, oh my God, is this going to be a 3G again where they give those poor girls 3 chances to get their job, get the entire thing right? Do you remember that one?
Which one?
The 3 girls
The
in the
Ukrainian
premiere.
girl.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I was like,
How
are
could
we
we not
doing
forget her?
that? I was like, are we doing that again? Are we going to let him fall? But he
Yeah.
didn't. And I was like, oh, he's really good. I'm
Yeah.
just confused.
Yeah.
Just the amount of strength you have to take.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah,
have.
no, and it's
also-
really hard.
Yeah. And I could imagine it's also mental strength because it's like being at any sort of height, doing anything as like rigorous as that, anything can go wrong.
Yeah, but you
You
also
fall-
can't be afraid of heights.
Or you just have to get over it.
That is true.
Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, I've heard of people who do like parkour and stuff who are afraid of heights, but
Parkour.
use that fear as like motivation to like,
Right. Yeah.
I got to push myself, you know?
Yeah.
So it could also, that's why I say it could be like a mental thing for him where he's like, I got to be on these stilts and do these like these like
Contortions.
feats. Well, I was going to say contortions, but more feats of strength.
Yeah.
I mean,
Crazy balance.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom that. Like, yeah.
I think it's good. Yeah. Excited to see what he does next.
All right. Trailer flowers.
I was the only one here that liked them, right?
I said Slayer, whatever. I mean,
I liked them.
I thought, it is your typical country. It's going to be one of the many Simon Stops videos that we're going to be editing. And you're going to see their face a lot.
But here's the thing. I usually for Putri, I was like, Simon, that was a good song, sweetie. Yeah. For Danny Kerr, who was earlier in the season as well, I was like, okay, I understand. He wants to see her sing something that he knows because he needs to judge it based on something else. And she was also very nervous, which I would like to say, Simon, sweetie, stopping someone is going to make them more nervous, not less, right?
That's the point.
Right.
Yeah.
So Trailer Flowers, with them, they came out and they had energy but didn't have energy. It was the weirdest thing in the world. They came out, they sang a song by Luke Bryan. Whatever. It's a popular country song. I know the popular stuff. I don't like country music, whatever. And they sang that with no personality at all. And it didn't show them off as artists. I think that they were trying to have their Chapel Hart moment, but they fell flat. And then when Simon was like, oh, do you guys have anything else? And they sang the original. The blonde chick did not sing once in the first song, I swear. Right? So I was so excited to hear the blonde chick incorporate her voice into it, let alone her songwriting. Her songwriting was good. I thought that second song was way better than what they did the first time. I agreed with Simon on this one. I'm I actually really like them. I think that, maybe they just need to sing originals.
Yeah.
I liked their original stuff, and I'm not a country fan at all.
I will say that's always a risky thing, though.
It is 100%. It is, but Simon Cowell just asked you to sing an original.
Yeah, which I think is great. It really shows them as artists. A lot of the times I feel like a lot of artists try to take little bits and pieces of the people that they like.
Yeah.
But then showing your original stuff really shows you as your own individual person. And, it is difficult to make a lot of original stuff because what isn't already out there that people would want to listen to,
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not huge into country. I thought they had great harmonies. I love their singing. It didn't make me just go on American Idol.
No, me neither. Me neither. Not once. I didn't want them to go on American Idol.
Does that relate to the fact that it was an original? Do you think being a singer-songwriter kind of puts you more on a kind of AGT thing as opposed to Idol?
No, because this season of Idol had a singer-songwriter.
Right.
Her name was Haven Madison.
Mm-hmm.
And her songs were so good that even once she got voted out in the finale, she came back and sang one of her originals with Katy Perry.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so Katy Perry ruined a song?
No, actually, she did mix it originally. But so this one girl, this girl, Haven Madison, went through almost all of American Idol only singing originals.
Right.
So that's why I'm
Okay.
it's not just a.
But that's not typical.
No, that's not typical. She had the skinny, tall, young, blonde.
Oh yeah.
And she was actually a more of a pop artist than anything, which was surprising.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think that. I would say more of the voice for these two.
Right. Okay.
But I think that when it comes to the the playing field and where they'll be after the show, AGT is better for them than the voice.
Right.
But I think that I could see them on the voice.
Okay.
Because the voice also accepts duos.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I don't want I don't know their names, the brunette and the blonde girl. The blonde girl's name is Jack. That's all I know. I don't.
Flowers.
Yeah, right. I don't want the brunette girl to ditch the blonde girl. I think that they both, as a group, I think they're great as a group. I think that they have. I don't want to say chemistry because it felt like they were trying to force a chemistry line between the two of them, but they just seem like childhood friends.
Yeah.
The only thing that I want to say about this is yes, I said nay, but it's always good to see in very male dominated genres to see female performers that are pretty killing it. But I don't like country. The reason why I said nay is I don't like country, and I'm not a big fan of singing acts as long as they don't bring something to the table where I'm oh, okay, this belongs in AGT because AGT is a freer stage than American Idol or The Voice.
Right.
So that's why I said nay. But congratulations, y'all were great.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Speaking their language. That's very nice.
Y'all come back now here.
Trailer Flowers. Now you just got to do the corn song, and
Yeah.
we'll really
That's
see.
game over.
I'll tell you guys this later, but they have an interesting background.
Wait, why not say it now?
I can say it now. I thought we were ready to move on. Sorry, I thought we were ready to move on.
No, go ahead.
On their
tell us.
website, their whole thing is that they're two hippies.
That's their website.
Oh, that was their
that was their
website?
website.
I take it back. Slay the house
No,
down.
they're two
dude.
hippies.
Boots to the
So
ground.
good.
if you go onto their website,
Oh, yeah.
it literally is just trailer flowers and like psychedelics around the outside, all
Oh.
spinning in front of you.
Okay.
Weirdest
So
website ever.
Their whole thing is that they're hippies that enjoy singing country songs. Trailer being country, flowers being hippie. That's where it came from. Yeah, so their vibe is right.
I'm
That's
gonna
why
give
I'm like, I
another
like
listen.
them a lot. Like, yeah, that's
Just
it.
a very quick sidetrack, very, very quick, and a PSA. If you are going on network television, you know, a bunch of people are going to be watching you and you have a fan base of some sort, make sure you have a good website. And Trailer Flowers, your website is amazing. I'm not talking about you.
We're talking about other people that have been on the show recently. No one from this season.
Yes, but
And also, if you know you're going to be on the show and you got through, send me an email, Corey@talentrecap.com. Thank you.
and if you also won from the show, please have a good website because it's going to be very important for whatever career you're going to be taking on afterwards. But I think it's
I know who
visually,
you're talking about, and they didn't win.
They didn't win.
They made it to the finale, and they made it. I'm not going to give away who it is, but they were between the places of 1 and 4.
Okay.
In a season.
Okay, I thought you were going to be like between season so and so.
No,
Okay.
between places 1 and 4 in a season.
Okay.
Me and Arda are like,
You have
what the hell are you
18
What are we
talking
seasons.
talking about? Is this a spoiler
You have-
for this
you
season?
have
Is this about
18
all
You've
this?
seen the
seasons.
website.
You have 18 seasons, not counting the 3 seasons of Champions and the one of I meant 2 seasons of Champions and the one of All Stars. Actually, and the one other of Extreme.
Don't know why we're not saying the name of this
because
person.
we're not gonna because we like this person. We like them. We don't like their website.
So
anyway.
okay, it's not Maddie Taylor Bias. It's not.
It's not Sarah James.
It's not. What was that person? Well,
Eric Chen.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Why would it be Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle. What is Dave Chappelle
Chappelle
doing?
is on
here?
like a
he,
bigger
he
stage.
didn't make it to the final one this year, so can't be him.
Is it this
Dave Chappelle
year?
was on this show.
No.
What was that
So.
magician?
Howie would be
what
like,
was
what
that
are you
magician?
doing?
Eric Chen.
No,
Eric
not
Chen.
magician. Yeah, the magician that won.
Oh.
Chen Lei.
Shin Lim?
No,
Oh, you're talking about
yeah,
the- oh
the
my
one
God,
with
what's
the
his-
hall,
Dustin
Dustin
Fucking
Tabella.
Dustin
I don't know why I
Tabella.
said
No,
Dave
we're not
Chappelle.
talking about any places 1 and 4 in a season of America's Got Talent. That's all you need to know.
Anyways, long story short, make sure you have a good website. Also, comment down below if you know who it is. Let us know in the comments if you know who you think it is.
Bam, bam.
All right, let's move on. We've got Erica Coffelt. You know, it.
That's someone desperately searching
you know.
for the right
No.
word.
No, here's the thing.
No. Now, okay.
I'm trying to like. Would
you like
find
someone
a
else
way
to start?
describe this girl with a few
Would you like someone else?
Because
to start?
Well, I know
I'm
what I'm
curious
trying to
about
say. I
what's
know what
gonna
I'm
come
trying to
out.
say. It's just a matter of like, will this come off wrong? Because I'm saying it in the best way possible.
Say it.
Like, this came off as what is it? The evolution of dance, is it called? Right? But with the confidence that you need and all the best parts about it, and like it got me hyped, and I was just, I can't dance. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, right? Like there are certain dance moves that I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I've got rhythm. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a difference between having rhythm and actually knowing how to dance. You can have rhythm, but you could be stiff.
See, I'm
That
a
is
good
me.
dancer, but I don't have rhythm. I can learn the steps. I can't do them correctly.
And then there's the third part, where is the confidence. You need the confidence for that. And
Right.
she had that confidence.
Yeah.
Yes.
I, to be honest with you, my whole general opinion is I felt bad for her.
Oh?
I
Corey,
felt bad for her.
I pity this woman.
No, I felt bad for her. This is about like her story part. In her story, she was like, oh, I went and lived the corporate life like I needed to for my kids. And I'm trying to prove to them
That's
now.
not sad.
It's sad for me.
That's
but
everyone.
no, she's like, I'm trying to prove
That's a
she's like-
person.
there's not many people that look like Erica in dance.
Mhm.
So I feel like the whole reason of her coming to the stage is the fact that she like kind of at a young age had to realize that like it would have been
Mhm.
harder for her to take that up,
Mm.
if that makes sense. And she was really good. That was the whole thing. I liked that she was really good. I just felt bad that she couldn't live out her dreams sooner. That's why I'm like,
Mm.
I feel really bad for her because I think everybody should be going towards their dreams 24/7.
See, if it's
Don't ask how my personal dreams are going, but
if it's a corporate I had to do corporate because of my kids thing, that's not a sob story for me, that's just a story. But this like what you're saying, yeah, I do get it. If like that's the case, yeah, that's pretty, pretty empowering.
Like
for
Dance
sure.
doesn't look like her at the moment, and it should.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just
of course
it.
it should.
It should. I liked the fact that like her outfit wasn't Dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a normal ass outfit that
Yeah.
she wore. Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, you can say it's a normal outfit.
I didn't say normal outfit.
Oh, did you not say normal
She
outfit?
dropped in the word
Ash.
Ass? Yeah, it's fine. We can curse. I mean,
Okay.
I
It was a normal ass outfit. I really liked that about her. And like you didn't like they were like, "Are you a singer?" And she's like, "No." And honestly, like good for her.
Yeah.
They didn't judge her off her first look because they knew she was going to be a dancer.
I love that my brain just immediately filtered out the curse word just because it was like, that's just normal.
Normal ass outfit.
Normal ass outfit.
Y'all.
Spoken like a real New Yorker.
Oh my God. Do you think I'm really a real New Yorker? Guys, I've only lived in New York for 2 years. I grew up in Western New York.
Well, me as a real New Yorker,
I was about to say, you
I
don't
would
count.
say that you are a transplant.
I would say you're a transplant.
Are you telling me to go back to where I came from
No, I'm
on
not.
recording?
No, I'm not. I'm not. You just told me the same thing, so it's equal now. High five.
You're staying very quiet here, huh?
So my opinions on Erica.
Actually, now that I think about it, Julian's the only born and raised New Yorker in the room, really.
Not born, raised.
Only
New Yorker.
raised New Yorker. I mean, you've been here the longest, really.
Yeah. Forget about it.
I like a pizza.
Yeah.
But like, it's
I'm
different when
from
you
Queens.
have been around it forever.
Spider-Man's my cousin.
Dan?
Dan.
If I had seen somebody do that dance at a wedding or something,
Mm.
like on the dance floor, I would have said, man, she's really good at dancing.
Yes.
I see somebody doing that dance on a stage, I kind of think, what are you doing? And we've talked about this before of individual dancers, and we're going to get to it later with the tap dancer, of like one person dancing on stage.
Mhm.
Like there needs to be something else. There needs to
Yeah.
be. Who is that? The pole dancer woman from last year.
Christy
Oh,
Sellers.
Christy Sellers.
There's like a audio visual big
Yeah.
like that's a stage show.
She was
Mhm.
amazing.
But she's just one dancer, but she's incorporating all these other things.
Yeah.
This is just somebody who's got rhythm, who she can dance. Of course she can
Yeah.
dance. But it's like, is that a stage show? No.
Yeah.
She could probably beat all my high scores in Just Dance.
I'm sure she's incredible at Just Dance. It was like one of the Just Dance instructors come to life.
It was.
and jump
No,
on
that's what it
stage.
totally was. Just Dance needs to like sign her so
And
that
it's-
she can be one of those people in the suits.
And I feel like this show is, there's people that come on here that can win. There's people that come on here who are terrible. And then there's
Mhm.
people who come on here to have a moment. And I
Yeah.
feel like she had a moment. I feel like it was a lovely moment.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm glad that she got through, right? She got
I
yeses
think
and
so,
stuff.
yeah.
I'm glad that she did that. It's a lovely positive thing, but why would she do it again?
I
I-
will.
I-
I will also
totally
say
agree.
a thing to include in this is that So You Think You Can Dance is not on this year.
Right.
So we're gonna see more dancers than usual.
Okay.
Mm.
I do think that they cast for that show though, and they had auditions, but then Twitch passed away. Unfortunately, rip Twist.
Twitch?
Twitch.
The Who is Twitch?
Twitch is Ellen's former DJ. He like rose to fame from So You Think You Can Dance. He won the show.
Twitch is almost dead, though. You are right. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazon killing
Wrong
another
Twitch.
company.
But yeah,
Ah.
so basically, So You Think You Can Dance is not on this year because one of their judges died.
Oh, okay,
Unfortunately,
okay.
It was really sad too. I was upset about
what
that one.
I thought about Erica is very similar to what Dan said, where it's like, the reason why I said during Pride Month I'm gonna say is slay is because she looks like if I walked into a lesbian bar and I saw her, I would have been like, oh my god, you're killing it. But it happens, every night in New York, so it's nothing new. And I totally agree. And I think it was last episode where the kid dancer was
oh yeah,
last episode, right?
yeah.
I loved her too, but my problem with her as well was like she didn't bring anything extra. It was just like one person dancing on stage, and you need to have like either such stage presence or like accessories and stuff around to justify you being only yourself on stage.
Oh, absolutely.
And it didn't happen here either. Like this is such a big budget show that and we have actually a video that hints to how big of a budget show this is, where we talk about how much judges get paid. Definitely give it a watch. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But this is a big budget show. So like do something, you know, bring something else to the table. It doesn't even need to be something that you spent a lot of money on, but the stage is big. Like it's physically big.
Oh,
do
absolutely.
something with it.
You need something extra. It's not big enough to just be extra.
Yes. So like that's why I would like disagree with Corey in terms of like the outfit as well. Like, yes, it's cute that it's casual, but then since you don't have anything else on stage, I need you to like have something at least on your outfit, you know? Or if you're wearing like corporate casual and if you're signaling that you're a corporate lady, come on stage with your bag, like a corporate bag.
Like
take out your
suitcase.
laptop. Yeah. Like, you know, smash your laptop. Like do something. That's my problem as well.
That's a very high budget thing to do.
No, it's just like an old laptop, you know, like
a
from
Levino.
2010 or something that's just like
A
Lenovo.
Levino.
Lenovo?
A Levino.
Like something like that, you know?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
That was my problem as well. I totally agree with you, Dan. But again, like she had the moves, she had the rhythm, and she had the spirit for sure.
She had the personality.
Yeah. I agree. And again, it was great to see someone that is, you know, that is challenging the industry standards in a way and thriving at that, as you kind of mentioned.
Yeah.
It is interesting, though. I mean, the whole corporate part of it, I think it's really brave to be able to take that step and just be like, you know what? I've been living this life my entire life. I've been living this, and, you know, to be able to express yourself. Funny story. I have a friend who, I remember she was working as an accountant, way too overworked, too many hours, not enough pay. They put her on baseline, like some sort of baseline salary, and it was good, but she was working like 80 to 100 hours a week and only not getting paid overtime. And she's a content creator. She's phenomenal at what she does. Reviews places. You've probably seen her TikToks and stuff from time to time. And shout out to you, Michelle. You're doing great. I'm very proud of you. But I remember there was a moment where she was talking to me and a bunch of her friends, and she's just like, "What do I do? Do I just quit, take the leap, do this thing? I'm getting brand deals and stuff, and this and that." I'm like, just do it. Embrace your creativeness, like you know. And this is something that you really want to do. And so, a message to everybody: if you're feeling like you're stuck, and you know that there's creativity in your life, you know, embrace that. And no matter how difficult it may be, you know, just do it at full force. Give yourself that time. I think it's an important message to be put out, you know?
I will say, as the mom friend of the group, though, just make sure you have savings.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Like, have
be smart about
$10,000 or something that you can fall onto because rent is very expensive.
Yeah, have a few months of rent. Make sure you have some food money. Like, you can cut out the Ubers. You can cut out, like, you know, stuff like that.
Because it does get ugly. Like, honestly, as somebody who has, you know, been through a lot of financial trouble because, like, I immigrated myself, it's just like sometimes money becomes so important that you don't care about your passion because you're like, oh my God, my passion is being able to, you know, live in a house and be able to eat for another month. But if you're not at that space, if you feel a certain, just a tad level of comfort in your life, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it's just a matter of like, I mean, yes, be smart about it and understand that, you know, it's going to take a lot of your time because creating content is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. I mean, for us, it's a full-time job.
Yeah, it's literally our full-time job.
That's our full-time jobs. And I think the thing that people don't understand is that it's built from the ground up. You sometimes have to start with nothing.
Yeah.
And we've gotten pretty fortunate by the fact that, you know, we're here, something's already established, we have these jobs, we are here providing the stuff for you guys. But for people who want to start fresh, it's very difficult. So usually you have to work a second job. Anyways, we're devolving too much. Shout out to you, Michelle, and to everybody. Follow your passions, follow your dreams, be smart about your moves, but don't let go of that creativity because it is precious and we're all going to die anyways. So fuck it.
Exactly.
Enjoy your
spiraling.
life.
Don't get me spiraling. We're done with that.
All right, let's move on before we get an existential crisis. Ryland Petty.
Who cares? We're all going to die.
Okay. I have my opinion on him already. So Ryland, this was like the second hour of the show. I don't want to be a total hater, but I'm going to be a hater. So Ryland was giving, I'm trying to be Aiden McCann, right? He also was giving, anytime an adult magician takes a long time on stage, they are mad. But as soon as it's a child, they do not care. And I'm like, this act is taking literally forever. Can we please hurry up here? I was bored. I'm not gonna lie, I was bored. The reveal was okay, but they lost me with how slow it was going.
I love the scam lettering. It would have been even funnier if it was scum, but scam was cute.
Just to see this young anarchic kid writing scum on the AGT judge's desks in UV light.
If he switched the A, it could have been scum, and it could have been a funny moment.
I didn't like the desk. I didn't like the desk.
I don't know.
Because here's the thing. He never got close enough to the desk to like run his finger over it to make it seem like he had something on his finger that was doing that. So it's like, this is giving a PA, random ass PA he gave $5 to, and they ran out and did that behind the scenes. Like, that's what I didn't like about this one. I felt like it took a long time, and the last reveal kind of ruined it for me. I was like, okay, so now I know you had access to this room before. Like, there's no way you could have magically made that appear. You never walked up to the table once, right? If he had just gone up to the table and talked to the judges and just put a finger over that spot, I would have felt a lot better about it. But I didn't think he was meticulous with making it believable there.
Yeah.
But wasn't the whole thing that he'd gone in before and written it before because he knew what they were going to pick?
I think
wasn't that the gimmick?
Because the video said
before
that
anyone was in the
but
thing.
they didn't specify that. I don't think.
Oh man, are we about to reveal this kid's magic show? I can tell you guys how it's done, but do we want to do that?
I mean, it seemed like it was a fairly straightforward. Like, he's just, again, it's like we've talked about on this before. The actual trick is seemed fairly straightforward of just pushing certain options on people. But then it's the creativity of how you produce that and how you present it and how you add the extra levels to it. Whatever. And I don't know. I thought he was. I really liked the kind of when I came in, but because it's all just once they've picked scam, that's the trick. So then it's just him having to be more probably his parent or whoever trying to be a bit creative and but how do we show that? How do we how do we demonstrate? How do we take it to the next level with the UV light thing? I don't know. I thought that was quite good.
I was thinking that could be Velcro straps that were probably used, and the actual board itself having false backs.
Oh,
right. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you add that deal or no deal kind of factor with the numbers, you can really just take it, place it on that thing, and then reveals a different back.
I also will say it was bold of them to use the word scam on AGT.
They did get scammed.
Well, no, and it's because so many people are like, AGT is a scam now. All they do is bring people from other shows. And Ryland is also a culprit of that. It's funny because he is a scam. He was brought from another show. So
what I'm hearing is that he made fun of it.
He's revealing himself.
Oh, damn.
I also I'm not a big fan of particularly confident children. And so I like the fact, I just think it's unnatural and it creeps me out.
So you don't like Aiden McCann?
No. So yeah, the fact that he was a little bit nervous, I was like, yeah, like a 10-year-old kid or whatever should be nervous when you're on these kind of preternaturally, probably privately educated kids coming out and be like, hi, I'm this, and I'm blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that's weird. You shouldn't have that level of confidence now. You should fear the world, okay?
Yeah, 10.
But this kid had a little bit of okay, so I'm doing the thing. And
so you want kids to be traumatized?
Just mildly. I think you're saying you're trying to word it in a way that attacks me, and I'm not particularly a fan of that. But it's just when I don't know the one that I always come back to is the Heavenly Joy Jerkins or whatever.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be allowed. I don't.
Wait, which one was that?
She's the
cute little girl who sang the song from Frozen.
And she's really smiling, hey, I'm gonna have a great time. And
I get it.
It's too much.
Yeah.
She was 4 or 5.
Yeah, she was 4 or 5.
You should be silent at that point. Good Lord.
I could just imagine Dan raising a kid, going into his bedroom at night, just going, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
I said it last time, and I will stick with it. I subscribe to the Victorian England point of view. Children should be seen and not heard.
I will also say, in a conversation after watching the show with our boss, Ellie, his whole thing was, So did they fly out the helpers too, or are they just random people that they found in LA?
That was annoying.
It's a
that
good
was
question,
annoying
right?
because like who is paying for those helpers? It's giving me privileged kid.
I mean,
and that is
yeah.
really annoying to me. It's like, did you really need 8 people on the stage with you?
It would have been cooler
know.
if he used like his resources, aka
Yeah.
the judges.
I mean, any little kid doing magic going on AGT, I feel like is kind of privileged. You know, like
Yeah.
the parents
It's
parents
true.
supported it enough to be
Yeah.
like, we're
Mhm.
going to buy you a ticket so you can fly out
Yeah.
and do this thing. You know, and like,
It's very true.
I don't know.
Ugh.
I don't know. I mean, kudos to you for performing on a stage.
Yeah.
And like you said, Dan, the whole like being nervous thing.
Yeah.
It's natural. I think it
It's
adds
very
an extra,
endearing, I think.
Yeah, it adds an extra element. And it's like, you know, especially with magic, you want to, even if he was playing it up, I feel like you need that level to bring that like
Yes.
expectation down, and then the reveal to be, I mean, we can make a whole podcast talking about this, you know, but yeah, kudos to you, Ryland. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, all right, let's move on to the second half of the list, which I haven't seen except for one of the things. M.
I liked
Y'all got to break this down for me. Who's
I'm
M?
Okay,
so
so
sad about
are 2 dudes dressed in all black
Okay.
and a Michael Myers mask.
a white man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so let's be clear. They're not dressed in all black and Michael Myers. They're both just dressed up as Michael Myers.
Oh yeah, I guess
and
you could
it's,
say
it's
that.
the one where
Very
the dude comes behind
unimaginative
the
kind of way.
judges. at
Judges
some
comes
point.
out.
Yeah.
One of them's playing the piano.
Yeah.
The other one comes out and
And
does some
starts doing
dancing.
starts doing a dance. I kicked my water bottle.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
Sorry.
everything just falls off the table.
No, it was my water bottle.
It was just, think of it like it was a kooky, little quirky, little weird, a little bit scary. Let me just
It wasn't
channel
scary.
Olivia
A little
over
bit of
here. It was
kooky.
scary for the judges,
I wasn't
Yeah.
scared though.
but the judges were.
If we're channeling Olivia, did it have zest and zazzle? Lack
it
of zest?
did. It did have
Okay.
zest and zazzle, and I
Okay.
think she loved it, or she
She did.
probably right.
Yeah, she
Okay,
told me
so
she did.
the thing with M was like, imagine Viggo Venn, but imagine that Viggo Venn is a little creepy and also has talent of like playing an instrument.
They
I
also
love
didn't say
Vigo,
a word.
though.
They didn't say a word.
So
to the
I think it was
judges.
better than Viggo, honestly, because
What?
like Viggo was just
Wow.
taking out
Wait.
vests and dancing around and like making faces.
But I think the thing that's
Is
so
that
trivial,
Viggo Venn is a winner?
you can tell.
It's wrong.
Like I want to be Vigo's friend.
Oh,
like
God, yeah.
I
it's
haven't
just.
watched.
I wanna
Viggo,
be
I'm not gonna
honest with
lie.
you.
He's so like his face, his hair. Like there's so many factors.
I know what he
about
looks
him.
like. I haven't seen his act.
he's weird. I
Yeah.
love like the kookiness and the quirkiness of like he's like this and like takes out
Yeah.
vests and
Yeah.
Simon hates him, which makes it funny. And then
But then
the
he
fact
also
that-
won, like
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
crazy
by public vote.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
And,
British
and
public love silliness. And it's just silly. Like his job as a comedian is
Yeah.
not to tell jokes. It's not to do whatever you want. If you're making people laugh,
Yeah.
you're a winner. And he's
I
proven
thought-
it. It's great.
I thought Dan was going to say British people love having a say.
I mean, we do. We don't always use it in the right way necessarily, but yeah. I think he was. I think this is a million miles away from that. I felt like they just weren't. I don't know.
I feel like
It's
they
fine.
needed more. Like it needed to be longer. I
Yeah.
wanted the guy in the piano.
Well, if the judges were not so annoying about it,
I wanted the guy in the piano to start doing an intimate tango with the dancer guy.
Oh. An
Because that
intimate
would have
tango?
made it more interesting, in my opinion. I really thought
Are we
it was.
talking about private dreams now that we've had?
No.
Okay, well, sure.
yeah, that's pretty specific.
I watched Dancing with the Stars. Reminder: there's a lot of intimate tangos you see on that show. But yeah, I wanted them to do something else that was just like brought it up being even more weird, because that would have been even more weird.
Julian is so confusing about the act.
I'm-
No, the
no,
tango is totally random to me too. Like there was
Okay.
no hinting at
that
tango.
Was my addition.
Okay.
That was my addition to it. I think that they should have done.
I was about to say,
an
like, what did I
intimate tango.
miss? Oh
and
my
like
goodness.
mask to mask. No, I'm kidding.
Mask for mask.
No, mask to
Ah,
mask.
that joke
right.
would have killed that gay
I think
club.
we should move on to our next act. All right, Barry Brewer Jr.
Okay, so Dan, we're the only ones that saw.
Yes.
All right, so
Barry
explain
Brewer
it to me and
Jr.
Arda.
I think it was maybe a little bit harsh because I did think he was funny, but he told like 2 jokes.
Was it a stand-up comedian?
He was a stand-up. He made a joke at the beginning because he tore his Achilles tendon or something. You know,
Oh.
he'd had some
Oh my
injury, so he
God.
comes out in crutches and he's like, "I was going to do stand-up comedy, now I'm going to do sit-down comedy," and he was playing the piano. and he told quite a funny joke about getting on a plane and a woman clutching her bag as he walked past, thinking that he was going to steal her bag.
And he was like, but where am I going to run to?
Yeah, I'm on a plane. And also, if I want that bag, you're not strong enough to keep me from getting that bag. So that was funny.
It was
But
funny.
then he went into this thing about like, because he'd got his start in the church and he had played piano at like white churches and black churches. And it was like, white churches are like this and black churches are like this. And it was fine and funny. But again, it went on for quite a while. And then that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
And then it ended.
I
like,
love that.
I thought he was going to be a musician when he first came on. So like when he was
Sounds
just
good,
like
actually.
talking and playing piano, I was like to my boyfriend, I was like, is he Dustin Tavella-ing being a musician?
Oh,
No, that's so
But
cool.
no, but no, here's
though.
the thing.
fact that you're like playing the piano
Here's the
and
thing, though.
talking. I
Here's
love
the thing,
that
though.
actually.
Ben's response to me was, no, he's Brandon leaking it. He's being Brandon Leak. When you really, and he's totally right. Because this man is the closest thing we've had to Brandon Leak, really, because he's not just a comedian.
I mean, he's just a comedian who's playing it's like Dimitri Martin does that with the guitar and playing, telling jokes while he's playing the guitar. I mean, it was fine. He had a very kind of easy energy about him. So I think like if there was, it's like the first time that Preacher Lawson came out.
Yeah.
And he comes out and he tells
Preacher
3
Lawson's
jokes
so funny.
and it's really funny.
So
And then he's
good.
like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And you felt, I wanted the judges to say like, can you give us a bit
Yeah.
more? You've told 2 jokes
Oh,
here,
okay.
dude.
Yeah.
Like with the piano, which is lovely, but like,
I've
it
seen-
was just
I've
not
seen-
enough.
Is he
the-
moving on to?
Yeah.
I think you
Okay.
read that last
I've seen the comparison to Preacher Lawson, too.
Yeah.
I agree. Because
And
Preacher
again, I
Lawson
just-
will touch on a lot of topics as well.
And I will stress that comparing him to 2 black people just because he's black, that's not what we're
Dustin
doing.
Tavella's
Well,
white. I
mean,
compared him to Dustin Tavella.
But then the boyfriend said, well,
if
he
you
doesn't
haven't
look like
said that,
No, he never said. No,
I'm
he was
joking.
saying he was
Thought
saying
about
the
it.
spoken word portion of it was like Brandon,
Yeah.
Leak, which is different.
Yeah.
And the topic wise, yes,
Yeah.
but you can't really talk about what the difference between white and black church unless you've gone to both and
yeah.
experienced both for real.
It was funny, but just not enough for me.
I have to see this act now.
I
Just
like
the
it.
way
Like,
y'all
it
are
sounds
describing.
great,
Yeah,
to be
like
honest.
It was an
art a watch
interesting
party
one.
after this. Like we gotta, we just gotta.
It was an interesting
Wow.
one, but I will say that was probably where I dropped off for the night when I was watching it live.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
At that point, I was like, this is probably the best they're going to give me. And at that point, I was getting the vibe that there was no golden buzzer. So I was like, I don't really care about watching the rest of the show. So like, at
Gosh,
this
just
point,
in it for the golden buzzers.
I know.
That's
At this point, it was like 9:45. So I'm like, I'm going to go brush my hair, brush my teeth, floss,
Yeah.
my
You
nightly
floss
routine.
every day.
I do at night, yeah.
That's
it's a new thing. It's a new thing.
But
I've been
I
doing
gotta
it for about a
mention this.
month.
There are so many things that are like different, but the thing that is different here is like dental hygiene. Like it matters, I guess. Like I haven't seen. There's no culture of like flossing your teeth in Turkey at all. And I was so surprised that you guys are like actually doing it, because for us, it's a thing that you buy and it's just there. Like you never use it ever.
Yeah. I mean, I think it also depends on the person.
Do you floss?
No, I hate flossing.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
My dentist doesn't love me for that, but I hate flossing.
I try
now.
to remember to floss sometimes, and I even have like
So
the floss
hard.
picks and everything.
I have
But
the
it's
Does
Takes-
it take
yeah.
like 30 minutes?
no, I mean it doesn't. It's just
Once you get used to it, it doesn't take that long.
I think it's a matter of like doing it every single day.
Yeah, getting in the motion of it.
and that's the hard part, because it's like
Yeah,
I
that's the
brush
part that I
my
was trying to
teeth
get into.
regularly.
Yeah, of course.
but then I don't remember to like.
The picks make it
Yeah.
much easier.
Yeah.
I agree. No, that's a new habit of mine.
Okay.
You can feel the buildup though.
Yeah, you
if
can.
if you're doing it consistently, like
Wow.
yeah.
Wait, question. Do Brits floss?
We're legally obliged to have terrible teeth. It's written into our national charter.
You know, part of me was thinking, like, is that going to be brought up at some point?
I really
Like,
wanted to.
no, I can tell. I was, oh god.
No, my mouth is a war zone.
So am I the only one in the circle of flosses? You don't floss regularly?
Not regularly, but I try to.
Nothing
I
to be
try
ashamed of. That was me. And then
No,
I
no,
was
of
like,
course.
I'm going to start doing it every night.
I have to get into the habit.
Apparently,
of
I
doing
have
it.
nothing
It
else
is
to do
hard.
with my life.
Also, I'm sorry for our Turkish listeners. Maybe I'm fully misrepresenting our community, But yeah, that's
The
like,
American
I've
ambassador to
never
Turkey's
seen.
like, this is slander, sir.
Well, and it makes you really wonder if it's once again that thing of like American food is so
Maybe it's
heavily
like
processed.
maybe it's like a
just an
fully
American
sugar
food thing.
situation where it's like you have to take extra care.
It probably is.
Okay, real quick, I just have to ask Dan. Do you know why that's a thing? Like that's a people say that like oh British people have bad teeth or whatever. Why did that start?
I mean, I think it's
Genetics.
I mean,
Okay,
I
wait,
don't think
no.
it would be, I think it's just the importance that you place on it. Like Americans place having these massive, dazzling Jim Carrey white teeth as like, oh my God, this is really important. And I just don't think it's ever been that important in the UK. So you think, well, I don't know. They've got more fun things to do.
Because y'all don't smoke that much.
I mean, I'd say in the similar kind of proportion to anyone else. I don't think they smoke less than other people necessarily.
Mhm. Like compared to France, for example.
Oh, I
'Cause,
mean,
like,
compared
they
to yeah,
smoke.
I mean that's
like you know what I mean? Yeah.
Again, it's in their chart. They legally have to
You
smoke.
can't go to
Yeah.
Paris.
I think it could also.
I
I think it
know.
could also be like the level of like how much whatever nicotine is in the cigarettes as well. I mean, Colombian cigarettes versus cigarettes here.
Oh, okay.
In the era when I used to smoke, I remember I was offered a Colombian cigarette, and I was like, "The cigarette of my people, yes." And then after taking 2 puffs, I was like, "Hell no!"
Now I'm craving
I mean, I
a
might
trip
be
to
naive.
Colombia.
to any children listening,
Do not smoke.
at PJ, at
Don't
what was
do
the
it.
girl's name?
It's not worth
Oh,
it.
it's
You're never going to be able to
Cruise.
stop.
Cruise,
At
yeah.
PJ and Cruz, do not smoke.
Smoking is not fun.
Smoking is bad for you.
Because
Don't do
you
drugs.
you can stop, but even after 3 years, you always have a relapse. It's always a relapse relationship. Like it never fully ends.
Don't touch nicotine, sweeties.
All right,
Don't
we
do
are
it.
we are going really off topic. Let's reel it back in. All right, thank you, Barry Brewer Jr. Hello, Justin Jackson.
Okay, Justin Jackson was this guy who did a very intricate tap dance on stage, and I'm
Okay.
telling you, he was given face for this. Like, do you guys understand what that means?
No.
Oh,
Giving face could be
no.
He was
meant
kidding.
a
like-
lot of.
I know.
He was
Like
doing
making
like
out.
he was doing the dance, and he was like giving all the like the fun faces with it and everything.
like gay face, like giving face.
I
like,
wasn't
Okay.
saying that he was gay.
Giving face is a very gay term, though,
I
or
didn't
like
know that.
snatched-ish. Like it's
Oh.
giving face, or like you're giving attitude, and
Oh.
you're giving like
I didn't know that.
campy, dramatic faces. That's
Okay,
what you mean, right?
Yeah, he had
We
like
need
very,
to have
he had
video
like
on this
very,
pod one
very
day.
dramatic faces.
So great.
So he was making very dramatic faces here, and I loved it. I thought he was very good. I'm not gonna lie though. The first night when I was flossing my teeth and brushing my hair, I was not watching this one, and I was like to my boyfriend, "Oh, who's on?" And he goes, "I don't know, some other dancer." I walked away, but I watched it later the next day, and he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like he was really good. He actually used up the majority of the stage as one dancer, which never happened.
Slay.
What did
Slay.
you think, Dan?
Yeah, I thought he was very good. I thought he utilized something, especially with the first part of it, that I thought, oh God, yeah, that's a really good idea. And I've never, like, when it's a tap dancer dancing to more kind of,
Yes.
I don't know, like, is it trap?
I
don't
forget
know.
what the
that
song
kind of,
was.
That kind of music where it's like, it's mainly about the beat.
Mm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, but as a tap dancer, you can create your own beat. I
Yeah.
thought, well, that's such a great
He was-
synergy.
So
of-
was it like a modernized kind of like?
Yes.
Okay, that's
He was
I
like
thought, oh,
he
that's
was
really
like dancing
interesting.
to the chorus too. Like he was dancing to the
Yeah.
music part, not just the beat. Which
Do you know
is
what
nice.
song it was by any chance? Or-
Mm.
I can I have my phone?
Sure.
yeah.
I can look it up.
Okay.
And then the second
Thank
part
you.
of it, they set a thing up just in front of the judges' table, and he was like dancing kind of on level with the desk
Oh wow.
and tapping
Oh.
there. And I thought that was so. Again, he's unlike Erica. He's put a bit of thought into like, how am I going to make this a big thing? Like, and again, not to take, but like it was better than that. And so
Yeah.
I think again, like he was a good tap dancer. I am interested to see. He was creative with how he presented it, and I'm interested
Yeah.
to see what he does next.
Okay. Huh.
Here, wait. Ready?
Oh, Kendrick Lamar's
What?
Humble.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so he's
Ooh.
creating a beat with the taps in a way that I haven't seen before.
Okay.
Yes, that's interesting. Wow.
My
Okay.
left stroke
Just
just went
viral.
viral.
But yeah, that's what he did. He was great. There was more to it, but I figured I would spare you.
Huh. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, no, he was really good.
I gotta watch that one.
That's why I was like, no, you need to see this. It was a Kendrick song. I didn't realize it at the
Humble.
time. Sorry.
Okay. Wow.
Probably the only Kendrick song I could name, too, to be honest.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, Kendrick stuff. So
Wait,
good.
there was
Anyways,
another
that's-
song from that album that went really viral.
DNA.
Yeah.
Is that-
See, you
is
can
that
name
the
another one
album?
too.
DNA. Loyalty was very
Oh,
popular
Loyalty,
with
yeah.
Rihanna.
Yep.
Maybe
I do know
Yeah,
other
that's
songs
the
by
album
Kendrick.
song name too. DNA,
I was about to say, I think I know DNA, if that's a song.
that whole, oh my God, that
Good
whole album.
album.
There's a little bit of like a story behind that album that y'all should look into, but it was a red pill, blue pill kind of situation. People were trying to find the second album. There was some sort of blue pill thing. And turns out the story, if you play the songs backwards, or like if you play the track list backwards, it tells a different story. And that's the other half.
Oh, that's
Oh,
insane.
right.
And it's so great. And then I think his deluxe version or something adds the rest of it in that other order where you can listen to it. Yeah, very crazy. Kendrick is just phenomenal. Anyways, we're going off topic.
Okay, next.
I think that's pretty
Justin.
cool.
And then the Lachuné girl.
Before that, let's go on to Ryan Hayashi.
It was one of those ones that you don't see the full.
It was just like a coin type of thing.
It was the one of like there's coins under cards, and then he's
Oh, he's a magician.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
And
Okay.
he's transferring the coins. Like, oh, here's a coin under
didn't
each one.
get
Oh,
it.
now there's 2 under one and 0 under another. So it's like a kind of an established.
Who was
trick.
that magician who went on AGT and it was just like they were doing the coins, but then they took the cards out and then snapped and one of them just
Yeah, it
immediately.
was still. Yeah. So
Ironically, you mentioning that, I was going to say, if you think it's from BGT 10 years ago, it was this guy.
Oh,
This guy was on BGT 10 years ago. Olivia and I
Really?
found that out yesterday, which is fine in this instance. And I feel bad for him that actually he was good on BGT and now they don't want him on AGT.
wow. So
But-
he didn't get through.
No, he didn't get through. He was more or less like the act that was like the segue to the
Hmm.
next person,
Ah.
who is Sangsoon
It
Kim.
was great.
Yeah,
If
and
we're gonna
Oh,
he's,
talk
so
about
they
that
did
one.
him like what was that band before the fucking hand fart guy?
yes.
Oh
like,
my God.
Like Alex and Alex.
Yes. Oh,
exactly.
really?
it's
Yeah,
a
they did him like
classic
that.
band before hand fart situation.
Yeah, no,
God.
it was just like
Terrible.
that. And it was like,
So many things that I never thought would be a sentence today. Happy Friday, everyone.
but no, it was like that. So
Or
basically,
whenever you're
then
listening to
next, Sangsoon Kim, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, comes on and he's like, you know, Yu Ho Jin was on this show last year. And I'm like, yeah, if you bring him out here, I might throw something at you, actually, to be honest.
Oh my God. Okay. I have many words for this because I've seen this one and I've talked to Marissa about this.
Marissa, their new social media person for
Hi,
everybody
Marissa.
who
Shout
is
out to you.
listening. We love her.
We're talking
so
about the
far.
shoe guy, right?
Yes.
Dude.
Okay.
Okay. You know, it's I will say I love the confidence of being able to shout out another magician and then trying to, you know, saying I will do better than this. My act is better. In my opinion, I don't think it was. I
Yeah.
think it was impressive. Yes. Standalone, I think it's a very good act and it was executed very well. But I don't think you should compare yourself to another magician. At least have a little bit of be humble about it, you know?
I think
Yeah.
there was probably his tongue was in his cheek when he was saying, "Oh, I can do better because I'm better than."
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think he was, because I'd imagine from his story that they're mates in some way, they're
Oh,
chums.
yeah.
and
It's
so
like
it's
friendly
between
competition kind of
friends
stuff.
and-
Yeah.
See, I need to do more research because Yu Ho Jin used to be part of a group called The Illusion, something like that. I don't know if that's the name or
Creative.
something, but they had a
A magician
group.
group called Illusion?
No, but he was in a group before. He was on
They're
AGT,
illusions,
and I'm
mother.
honestly, I'm curious.
Tricks or something.
I'm curious to see if this guy was from that group.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think it was The Illusionists. I need to look this up now because I'm
We're a group
curious.
of magicians called the Magic Trick People.
The League of Magicians. I've been blackballed, Michael. Illusions,
Giving hot
Michael.
dog on the
You don't
stick.
have time for my illusions, Dad. I thought it was really good. I thought there were some slight issues with him being a bit cheesy with his smiles after his tricks, which I think is a thing that magicians have to do when they're like, "And now I've done my trick," and it was kind of a look to the audience like a child of like, "Huh?
Did you like it?
See what I did?" But what I really liked is
It was
Uh,
The Illusionists.
lovely. It was the illusionist.
Okay, so that makes it an entirely different name.
Um,
Very exciting.
I think, as Simon had said, I mean, he said in the Ryan Ryan Hayashi one. Oh, I hate card tricks. I hate, I guess because you've seen so many of them. And what I loved about this is that it's something completely different. It's using a medium for tricks that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Someone doing a load of converse, changing I thought it was great.
Totally agree with you on that. The moment he got on stage, I was like, oh my God, he's so attractive. Whatever he does, I'm going to watch it till the end.
I mean, that helps. Sure.
Yes. And the trick was really good too. I just loved like the shoe situation, because I imagine it's harder to do like dexterous things with a way bigger object than cards.
Absolutely.
So like that part was really interesting to me. And then how did he change his shoes? The color of his shoes in the
don't
end.
know.
I loved his little kick with the little like confetti coming out of it, and it changed color. It's like, yeah, boy, that's amazing.
That was insane.
Yeah.
His own shoe. Like, I get it. The things that he holds in his hands, he does something. But
the only thing I will say, magicians wear black for a reason. That's all I have to say. That is all I'm going to say. But I thought the way he executed the tricks were pretty good. There were moments where you can catch little things here and there. But again, I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate this act.
Strong words.
Yeah.
I was neutral. I was neutral. He didn't blow me away, but it was like, okay, cool.
No. I don't know. Magic is always just, I always just get very excited with magic in general. So I don't know. I'm very biased.
Would you say that you judge magic acts harsher or would you say you judge them easier because you just love the medium in general?
Definitely harsher.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand the broad appeal of, well, they're not on Penn and Teller, and so it is a variety show. So we are going to see things that will fly for laymen or the judges because they haven't seen or understand magic techniques.
Maybe a less sophisticated magic audience.
Yes.
Right.
But again, I will always bring up Piff the Magic Dragon because the way he executes it, he adds that layer of, well, we don't see we see magicians taking it very seriously, and then there's Piff who's like, "What's a magic trick?
Yeah,
ta-da!
Yeah.
Here's what I'm doing." And then the fact
funny.
that they brought on Neil Patrick Harris as one of the guest judges for that one episode. I mean, the dude clearly knows what he's doing because he's also a magician.
Yeah,
that adds an extra layer. But yes, I do.
And that right there is why we missed the judge cuts. AGT, bring them back.
Hey, AGT, if you're listening,
I will give you a list of guest judges if you really want me to. I will.
I hope all of our names are on there.
we have to be. I feel like we have
be
to
the new Simon.
We've got to be in the conversation at least. Come
Imagine judge cuts are just the talent recap crew.
I'm not gonna.
No Sofia Vergara, no Simon Cowell. Instead, you get Billy Blanks Jr., Corey Caesar, Daniel Roberts.
Any confident child that comes out, no.
I dare you to say my last name.
I know.
Let me
Isn't
just
it
be honest.
Otsaprak? Nope. Okay.
Without the H.
Imagine the talent recap team working with AGT and being like their halftime show.
Gosh. I
We
mean,
would be a great halftime show.
I'm not going to lie. Like, that would be a pretty good idea. And I
Got
don't know
some stuff.
why NBC hasn't already brought us onto the table.
I
you know?
assume it's because they hate making money.
Imagine. No. Just, this is a great idea. We should do this. I would be down. New AGT spinoff. AGT talent recap.
Wow, you really needed to think about that one.
Did you
'cause
name
it
the
was so
illusionists
deep.
as well?
Corey, are you the owner of Hot Dog on a Stick?
It's like come full circle.
Hold up a second.
I would like to say I will go back to Hot Dog on a Stick, and I hope Arda goes there too.
Arda, you
We'll
have to
see.
on our next episode.
I'm
You
gonna
got to give
walk
us like
Arda's like, I can't
we
promise
need a
I'm going to
Yelp
buy
review.
something. I'll give you a Yelp review.
please.
It was a good corn dog. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoyed it.
Can we phone in Ben real quick for another review as well?
As he said in the video, it's just a corn dog.
All right, let's move on to our final act. We have Lachuné, or
I have no idea.
Lachuné, I love that.
I was about to say,
Lachuné.
in my Rochester accent, Lashun.
I would say it has to be A because Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce. It's
Yeah.
got the
Lache.
accent
aigu, but like
Lache.
even in like a more
Lache.
American perspective, I think accent aigu is like the same.
Yeah,
Right?
probably, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think so. But
Well, I thought this was supposed to be the golden buzzer moment of the night, and it just wasn't.
No, boo, Corey.
It was the dog that should have been it. Yes.
Wait,
I know,
you didn't
thank
watch
you.
this one, did you?
I know I didn't. I
No,
just like
I mean it in the sense of
Dang,
like
you
they
gotta-
did.
Just like
gotta
joining
give us-
No, I mean that in the sense of like they did the thing where they want you to like really care about her, and it's like, oh, the judges absolutely love her. We're gonna play "This Is Me" after she's done singing. I don't know if they actually did or not, but they always play that before they hit their golden buzzer. But like it just everything about it felt like it was this is a golden buzzer. Like,
Why?
Every way that the way that they staged it, the editing, everything like that, it felt like that. And then I was just like, okay, the episode's over.
I just, I have to say, the reason why I'm like being such a hater right now is,
At least you have a reason.
yeah, it's because, it's just, it was a great song. She had a good voice. And I think I judge like singers a little bit harder in terms of like, kind of like, Magic, for example, and then you judge, you hold them onto like a different, standard. I feel like the same thing goes with singing with me. It's like people get impressed when they hear someone that can sing good, but guys, it literally takes like 4 months of voice training for you to be able to sing. So it's like you have to bring either something very impressive, you gotta hit like insane high notes, or you gotta do insane runs, which none of these things existed in this performance, I feel like. And on top of that, if you don't have these, that's fine too. Nobody can gatekeep singing, but you should have something that fills the stage. Again, it comes to the same thing. And runs would have filled the stage. The high pitch noises would have filled the stage. But sorry, English is my second language. Sometimes I mess up.
It's totally okay.
But,
And it was all yellow.
Crunch noise.
I love the crossbow.
But it was just none of those things.
Yeah.
That's my problem. And that's why I say American Idol. Because I feel like when I say that people need to go to American Idol, it's like you should have a space where you learn more about singing because you're not at your full potential. Like what you're providing right now is great.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And I would love to hear that in a singing dedicated, medium, but not here because I feel like you have to be there kind of to be here because you're not going to get coaching from the judges.
Do they get any kind of coaching, do you think, between
Probably
rounds?
not.
No?
Probably not.
I mean, that's
just
not
like-
even if they do, like, that's not the concept of, so you don't expect to see, I don't expect to see an arch of like, oh my God, this person was only doing this in the beginning of the show and now they're able to do this. Like, it's not a journey. It's I got this too type of a situation.
Yeah.
And I feel like she needs to be on a journey of like finding her artistic self. That's why it was a nay for me, but great voice.
I also think people should understand if you're going on a show, you got to realize that they're looking for a Vegas style act, and at the end of the day, right? Am I correct about
No,
this?
you're totally right. They are.
Like, and again, I mean, that could mean a variety of things, sure. And it could be a first for them to have some sort of thing where it's like, okay, maybe it's a different type of thing that they're going for in terms of for whatever's going to be seen on the boardwalk or whatever, the Vegas Strip, right? But I don't know. I'm with you on the whole singing thing. It's just
I would like to have an argument statement, like in a rebuttal for
absolutely.
you. Carrie Underwood, Kelly Clarkson, Luke, Brian, Katy Perry all have Las Vegas shows right now.
Yeah, but they are.
But I know. I'm just saying though.
They went through that journey of growth.
Right, but just in a rebuttal here, there are a bunch of musicians, singers who are on
that
Las
is
Vegas
true.
Strip right now.
I didn't think about
But
that.
why are they on there?
Because it's a cash grab.
It's because of their no. It's because of their. It's not because they're great singers. It's because of their career. Like especially for Katy Perry, I can speak this where it's like, she's not a good singer. Like I'm sorry, like but she isn't.
She puts on a show though.
She does put on a show.
She does
She
put
goes
on
all
a
in
show.
on
Like
the
her
show.
shows
Showmanship's
are
the best
always
part.
great because she has this kooky personality, and I think she and her team, like kudos to them, they hone in on it in every aspect of her career, and it turns out to be a great show. And I think that's why she's on Vegas.
Yeah.
Not because she has a good voice, because again, attaining a good voice is really, really, really not that hard.
So then it
if you have
goes back
a
to
little bit
like
of an ear.
Chapel Hart had the personality on top of their singing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they could be a Vegas show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a whole different spectrum of things that you need when like American Idol, you don't need that same type of showmanship.
Yes, that's
It's a
why a
different
lot
type
of
of
American Idol
showmanship.
winners don't. You know, like for example, I remember Adam Lambert's season.
Yeah.
The person that is famous from that season is Adam Lambert, and I don't even remember the country singer
because-
winner's name, even though he was an attractive
It's
guy.
because Adam Lambert was kicked off of ABC for
Yeah,
being gay.
yeah.
That's
But
why
Adam
you
Lambert
remember
is a
him.
showmanship.
100%.
Like,
No,
has
I
the
mean, it's the
showmanship.
truth. He's
Yeah.
been open about it.
I
He was
know.
very offended
That's
because American Idol was like, hey, we don't care that you're gay, but don't be gay on our stage. And he's like, I'm not in the closet though. So basically it was like they pushed him back in the closet
Yeah.
for that show, which is incredibly wrong.
I mean, he didn't get in that closet.
No,
Like,
he did
let's
not.
face
No, he
it.
did not. They
As he
wanted him
shouldn't.
to. They
Yeah.
wanted him to, though, and that's what matters.
Does he go by he, him, by the way?
I think so.
Okay, good.
I think so.
Okay.
All right, so we've got through all the acts. That was good.
Took a while.
Good work.
Yeah.
Took a while.
Yeah.
A lot of opinions
I
and
felt
a
like
lot
this-
of diversions, guys.
This episode was a snooze fest. That's really what it gets down to. We wouldn't have needed diversions if it wasn't a snooze fest.
I mean, you know,
If I'm getting ready to brush my teeth at 9:45
if we're
p.m.
flossing, you know,
If I would rather floss than watch this show, it's doing
a
something
British
wrong.
person.
And I feel like the question that everybody's gonna be asking from this is why didn't you floss in front of the TV? And that's a good question. I don't know. It's a
true.
good question.
God,
I could have done that.
You
but
just
I
needed
didn't.
something to avoid the show.
I guess so. I just wasn't feeling it, guys.
it's kind of smart though. I just gotta, you know what? I'm gonna keep floss picks everywhere now, just like one at every single state, like place that I'm
So
at.
you're never more than an arm's reach away
Just
from that.
grab a floss, you know, dude. If you see me flossing on my desk, bro, you know,
I'm going to tell you to stop.
Please
Just
do it
get
in
a
the privacy
message
of the
Clean
bathroom.
your
bathroom.
monitor, Julian. This is disgusting.
Dan, let me show you this thing. I'd rather not.
What just email it to me?
There's a plastic barrier in between our desks.
Show up to the desk looking like I'm an ET trying to kidnap him for the
You
government.
put on like one of these like Daft Punk helmets just to come over and look at something.
Julian. What do you need to?
Hey Dan, where are you wearing the mask? No reason. But yeah, no. It's pretty interesting. Let's hope that next week is better. I don't know. I'm always just, you know, as much as we like to talk about these acts from this week, I always keep thinking the ones that are coming back, I'm just curious. You know, because whether or not we like them, I want to see how they do
Yeah.
in the, like, you know,
Because
the next round.
take two is the big test of like whatever you did in the first one may have been really good,
Yeah.
but let's see you do the same but also different and also take it up a notch.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you can't do that,
Do
then
again.
Yeah, literally.
get out of it.
All right. Cool.
Work.
Awesome. All right, guys. This was the episode. Great job, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
If you liked the episode, make sure you rate and review us. Go ahead and comment your favorite sections. Give us 5 stars or don't give us 5 stars. I mean, be honest. But do give
Well,
us
you're
5
going to have
stars.
to face the consequences
And
if you don't.
check out our website, talentrecap.com, TALENTRECAP.com.
.com. Yeah.
If you want me to do it slower, let me know.
Do it slower, Corey.
T A.
Okay, so this is
Ow.
us. We're going, guys. We're going to leave you for the
Okay.
next 45 minutes.
Hey,
N.
hey,
T.
tell it recap, hey,
R.
tell it recap, hey,
E.
You have rhythm,
C.
Corey, by the way.
A. P.
Wait, we're not done?
Woo.com.
No, but seriously, do rate and review us. It helps the podcast a lot. And if you want these episodes to continue and possibly get to higher perspectives, please rate and review us. We really appreciate all the views and listens and the comments. But yeah, we will see you all next week in the next episode.
Woohoo. Actually,
Bye.
2 weeks for the next episode.
2 weeks.
Next week there's no episode for the 4th of July, so July 11th.
Damn, I'm so sorry.
So we can re-record the episode.
Olivia would hate me. She'd literally be like, no. I'm sorry, but no.
happening.
You just need to take a week to re-record your parts of it and
Oh,
try
yeah,
and
just my-
slip in.
I'm not even kidding. At that very moment, I did think, well, what if I just go
God, I
downstairs
could
and
just
just,
do that.
I was debating it. I was really going
That
to do
is
it.
sad.
Let us know if you'd want me to do that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
See y'all.
See you next time.
Bye.